My name is Martin Hughes. I'm the publisher at Affirm Press, along with my business partner Kieran and the books editor Ruby. We are immensely proud to be associated with this little book with an enormous heart. My job basically tonight is to introduce our MC for the evening. I asked Adi for 2 lines by way of what he wanted me to say to introduce her. And Adi gave me a script that was longer than the first draft of his book. No, I'm serious. We had to whip pretty hard, he and Kate on the book, and they did an amazing job. But if I had read out everything that he'd written for the MC, she would have felt like it was a Lifetime Achievement Award. Anyway, I'll distill it. There is quite a bit to go through, but it's my pleasure and honour to welcome to this stage our host for the evening, author, broadcaster, producer, director, actor, mother of 5, inspiration, someone else who couldn't say no to Adi and Kate. Will you please put your hands together and welcome Jane Kennedy.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Martin, and welcome everybody here this evening. An absolutely brilliant turnout, of course. We wouldn't think anything less. So busy, no car parks left in the Brighton Bar's car park. Shockers. So thank you all for being here this evening. I know it means so much to Kate and Adi. And before we get started on this fabulous book launch, we have a ceremonial cutting of the cake to take place. So this is a very special cake too, and this is all part of the new Kate and the 80s life, because I believe this cake is it raw cake? This is raw food, okay? So those of you who are familiar with this book understand the incredible life change that these two have been through. And to have a cake that's basically raw, look as beautiful as that, I would even eat that. It looks stunning. I know what an amazing cook that Katie is, and she would have really taken special care with this. I know she didn't bake it. But may I ask first that you guys, congratulations on the launch of this fantastic book, and would you please cut the cake? Well done. Careful with that. You haven't been watching too much Game of Thrones, so just be careful with that random knife. Well done, guys. I'll just put my pen down. I've only ever actually launched one book before in my life, and that was for someone called Joan Kerner. It was many years ago. It's actually a bit of kismet, because here's the link. I met Adi during my time at the ABC doing a show called The Late Show. And Joan Kerner was a singing guest. She didn't know she was going to be singing. But that's where we did the infamous I Love Rock and Roll. Remember that? And so I thought it was kind of nice that there was a full circle we've come. And I know that Joan will be in her polka dot dress having a good laugh tonight. I'm so happy to see everybody here, and she will be cheering you both on. She would have been incredibly inspired by the book as well. So thanks again for asking. As I said, I'd met Adi at the ABC in the late 80s. I was a girl of about 12. And he had worked on many different shows before us, like The Big Gig and Das Kapital, Countdown Revolution, other shows, and an incredible list. Kits and Faye, another one I'm just saying off the top of my head. Live and Sweaty, iconic shows in Australian comedy history. He also worked on some dramas as well, Secrets and Phoenix. But I clearly remember him during the Late Show. As you can imagine, when you're working on the floor and you look out, there was a sea of pasty white men in jumpers who made up a lot of the crew. So imagine this dude, who was a spring chicken at the time like me, very rock and roll, very cheeky, and a little bit of a smart-ass, and I'm pleased to know that nothing has changed. But Adi brought an energy to the floor that was incredible, a real positive energy. And somehow he has managed to reach and find that, as we'll find out a bit more, and we find out about Kate and Addie's journey. People who are here tonight who've known Addie for a long time know about his vast experience as well in film and television, particularly in Asia as well. So a very experienced veteran of the film and television world, and one of the nice guys, I must say. Yes, here.
I'm the nice guy.
You're the nice guy.
Day one.
Okay.
That's me.
Fair enough. Now, besides being good at his job in the media, Addie became really good at something else, treating his body like shit. He drank soft drink like it was water. I'll just tell you, is that your phone ringing? Yeah, it is. There you go. Professional through and through. What does what that? You're the only person in this room who's allowed to have their leading phone go off, mind you. He drank soft drink like water, and man, he could down those ciggies. Was it 4 packs a day at one stage?
In Malaysia it was 4 packs a day, yes.
In Malaysia, it was 4 packs a day. Pizza and fried chicken were his food groups of choice. He was burning the candle from every end. But hey, what could go wrong? Heaps of people live like that, didn't they? And have. And nothing really has happened. Addie found himself one day a divorced dad, has his beloved son Jesse, who he's rightly so proud of. But Addie was living the fast life. Then, thank God, he met Kate, his beautiful angel. More about this incredible relationship later. Ade's timing of meeting Kate was tough. It was a happy, exciting moment because he was in love. He'd met his dream girl. But he was also a ticking time bomb. After massive, debilitating headaches, he finally saw a GP who freaked out at his blood pressure. I can't remember what it was because I'm not really good at blood pressure.
210 over 150.
210 over 150.
Not ideal.
No, not ideal. Addie ticked every box in the "Am I a potential stroke victim" quiz? Yeah. He was, from his own admission, as you'll read in this book, he was overweight, he didn't exercise and smoked. And actually at the time, he found out that he in fact was having a stroke, and he just had a little bit of a bleeding brain. Not good, huh?
Not ideal.
Not ideal. That was stroke number 1.
Yes.
You'd reckon that if you were lucky enough to get through that okay, you would be aware of all the other signals, that other things in life that you should be aware of and perhaps avoid. And one of those difficulties is that Addie's kind of a 150% a guy, so when he's working, he's working. And at that time, he didn't realise it, but stress was an incredible factor, wasn't it?
Yes.
A really, really tough job and difficulties in life at the time for both of you. A full pressure job, full pressure family life. He got hit again, but this time really bad. It was a full-on stroke that absolutely debilitated Addie. And it's only someone who is like this guy, and for the very reason that we see sitting here today, that you have survived this. I've got all the happy stories of the fast-living, crazy life Addie. There's more happy stories, of course, in these guys' life, but I think it's so personal that it is best to come from both of you to explain how you have got to this amazing point in your lives. Kate became a full-time carer, and many of you are probably full-time carers here today, and you know the commitment that that takes. It's a full-time job. There are so many things that these two discovered because it was such a new world that they were entering into, that they've been fortunate enough to share with so many other people, and that's what this book is about. After reading it quite a few times now, I must say, I've picked it up in any time that I think, oh, life seems a little bit tough, right. Tough is when you can't move, your brain's fully functional and you're in a hospital bed and you can't call a nurse because you can't move to buzzer. There's so many incidences of this, and how brave you have been, Adi, is incredible. I have found this book really helpful on so many levels, and that's why I think it's a great book to share with your friends and family and just for yourself. What I love about this book is it doesn't matter if you have a physical disability yourself. It could be that you are going through some mental anguish. It could be that you are in a relationship breakdown. It could be that you're just feeling a little bit down for one day and you read this book of hope. But one of the real things about this book is the way that you have kept it real. And it's not namby-pamby, life's all flowers and I'm just on top of the world because we've got through it. I think that this is one of the first self-help books, if you like, that tells it like it is and all the nitty-gritty, because there's some really tough subjects that these guys cover in the book. But I think it's very important to be realistic about it and share. I've been following Adi since his second stroke on Facebook, and I marvel and love the way that we see him take his steps, and he's got that target, and see him walking out along Brighton, and it's so incredible, and I know it takes so much effort and heart to be able to do it, which he does. I've had the pleasure of dining with these guys, and Kate has been so generous, or Mrs. Yum Yum, as Adi calls her, to cook for me, and that is just, you know, something like that is a beautiful gift. And I thank you, your food's unbelievable and delicious. And how you've got this guy to eat quinoa and kale, I'll never know. But you've done it.
Deep fried quinoa and kale.
Deep fried, alright. Just a little bit of oil. But really, the two of you working together has been truly inspiring, and I'm incredibly proud to be your friend. And I hereby officially launch your little book of hope. It's a massive book of hope, so congratulations, both of you. I'd like to hand over to both of you guys now, because I think everybody would love to hear from you. Kate, do I give the mic to you or to Adi? I do, and I'm wondering whether I play the message. Would you like me to try and play it right now?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. Incredibly important message that I've been sent, no less from, well, he's a very close friend of mine, sure, the Prime Minister of Australia, has taken time out of his busy budget schedule, and he's doing so much press and everything today, but he has been terribly inspired by Adi and Kate. And now you'll have to bear with me, he's recorded it, and so I'll need complete silence if possible, I'm sure, and I'm going to try and play it through the mic. So here we go. Okay. Just get it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, speaking. I'd like to welcome you to the Brighton Bars, to the Barb's restaurant, and tell you all how sorry I am that I couldn't be with you. Of course, Brighton is my spiritual home in Melbourne. I like it down there in the electorate of Goldstein. It's not Point Parker, of course, where I live in a magnificent ornate palazzo overlooking the harbour, but it's not too bad. It's not exactly camping out. And of course, I'm very sorry I can't be there for my close friend, Adi. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Djajamihardja. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for Djajamihardja. Of course, I'm kidding. Adi and I go back a long way. I was first introduced to him in Brighton as the only Indonesian that's ever been there. Good on you, you're a pioneer. Of course, it's a very white suburb, Brighton. You could be forgiven for thinking that there's a chapter of the KKK there. In fact, Brighton Grammar refers to their only African student as the noble savage. I'm exaggerating, of course. They haven't got an African student. Of course, I would have been there if I could have for the launch of Hope. What a magnificent journey Adi has been on. He's a tremendous guy, a wonderful constituent, and he has given hope to us all. He describes hope as the silver bullet game changer that can take on and overcome adversity. Some years ago, the medical fraternity had written him off, and he will rise again. I mean, he's not Jesus Christ, but he's a good guy. And I wish you all the best, Adi, and to you too, Katie, and to all of you there tonight, especially Jane Kennedy, my very close friend. Jane and I go back a long way. I think, well, I won't go into detail. But anyway, I'd like to say good on you, Adi, and good luck to you all tonight. This is the Prime Minister of Australia, Malcolm Turnbull, signing off, and don't forget to vote Liberal. Good on you. Good constituents. Bye now.
And we would like to thank Prime Minister Turnbull's very close friend Lawrence Mooney for helping out there with that very special message. And now I would like to hand it over to Amy and Kate.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jane. I won't keep you long. We really just want to say a few thank yous. So many people have helped us through our journey, and everyone in this room is just so special to us, and that's why you've been invited, and we really appreciate you coming out tonight. But really, I'm just going to run through a few thank yous of people that have helped us with the book tonight. First of all, Affirm Press, our publishers, who have been absolutely fantastic. Particularly like to thank Martin Hughes and Kieran Rogers, who met with us and believed in the book from the beginning. We really appreciate that. We gave them a very small sample, and we worked very hard from there with Ruby Ashbior, our fantastic editor. Thank you so much, Ruby. And we'd also like to thank our publicist, Dina Kluska, if I said it right? Kluska, sorry, who's been absolutely wonderful, and you'll probably hear us on the airwaves. We've done a few interviews in the last few days, and we've got quite a few more coming up and a few newspaper articles, so thank you for all that, Dina. Also, I'd like to thank the various people that have read the various drafts. I can see Dr. Barbara Hannon here, a few others here. There's so many people that we've given the book to for feedback as we've been going through various drafts, so we really appreciate that. And just quickly, the food here tonight, I wanted to thank Mick from Super Greens, who supplied the delicious, healthy, cold-pressed juices. And I hope you've tried some of them, the kale and a few others, so thank you so much for those. Also, Anthony and the events and marketing team from San Pellegrino, who supplied the sparkling mineral water. And Leon McGarvin from the Leaf Store. All that beautiful fresh produce that you see is being supplied by the Leaf Store, and they have you probably know their beautiful stores. There's one in Elwood, in Ormond Road, and there's also now one in Weir Street in Brighton. And I can tell you that I use them every single week, and it's been fantastic for me. I could go home tonight and order at midnight, and I'd have the food delivered the next day. It's such fantastic service, and you've probably seen these little leaf brochures around, and they actually have a special offer for anyone that makes an online order. But I'd really encourage you to take advantage of their online service. It's the best service I've had of any home delivery, and the food is just fantastic.
Even though they don't do museums.
Even though they don't do museums. Also, just people here tonight that have helped. Cassie, thanks for running around, doing whatever we want you to do. Thank you so much. The musicians, Tim Wilde and Tim Watson from the band Taxi Ride. Fantastic. And they're fantastic professional musicians. You've probably heard them on the radio. They're amazing, so we're really happy to have them here tonight. Also, the video camera operator, Atalanti, over here, so make sure you come in and get in front of the camera for us at some stage. The photographer, Campbell Manderson. Of course, Jane Kennedy, just absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Jane, phenomenal. And of course, Lawrence Mooney, who kindly provided the Prime Minister message. And the fantastic staff here at the Baths Restaurant. Gita, we also have Steve, who's going to be taking your money tonight for books. I think we have Dan, Benita, we've got a few other staff, and the staff actually here tonight, the
waiters and waitresses, they actually volunteered. We found out a couple of nights ago, they volunteered for us their time. Which is totally, I just like totally blown away that they did that. We didn't ask for that, they just wanted to help us out, and so just amazing. Also, the Alana Hill store, who has loaned me this beautiful dress, so I feel like $1 million. Stephanie Gilchrist, the event manager, and I just really, recommend the bars, because if you ever want to run an event, they make organising an event just so easy. And basically, I said I wanted to do all this, vegan food and everything, and they're just like, okay, whatever, they were just happy to go along with me. They were fantastic. And Paul Rayner, the owner and the chef, he's just the most amazing, kind-hearted person.
Not bad for a mansion I support from Grimsby.
Not bad. And I can tell you, we wouldn't have been able to have this event here if it wasn't for Paul's kindness in helping us. I sort of went up to him and said, like, Paul, we've got a budget for this, and I want to do this, and he's like, don't worry, Kate, we'll sort it out. He's just an amazing man. So, and I also want to let you know that when the function finishes here at 8 o'clock, the cafe downstairs is open for drinks and dinner if you want to continue on down there. I just wanted to say all those thank yous, and just really appreciate you all being here. I can see friends, I can see a lot of our beautiful neighbours that, as we're walking around Brighton, they encourage us with lovely words. It's just really appreciate it, and see all the beautiful faces. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Sorry, this is my care here. Look, I'm sorry, I have to read because anyway, this is going to go. Well, just on a tone of gratitude, I totally concur, obviously, and it's interesting, through developing and applying this attitude of gratitude that proved a real game changer for me in my rehab and recovery. To that end, I developed a very important tool, as explained in more detail in the book, and to bookend each and every day with 5 things that I remain truly grateful for. Exhibit A.
That was what 80, when 80 couldn't even press for a nurse button, and he couldn't call out for help, couldn't get out of bed in hospital. That was one of the things that really helped him get through that tough time, just focusing on what he could be grateful for.
I still practice this process daily. We call it doing our gratitudes. What an extraordinary opportunity for growth this whole incredible ongoing story has been, or as a reality TV contestant would call it, wow, what a journey. It's a cautionary tale though, and as boring and repetitive as this is beginning to sound, especially to me, it has simply been a classic case of lifestyle karma, in that I had just reaped what I had sown. It's been a very harsh and unforgiving lesson of learning the undeniable and inescapable equation of lifestyle cause and effect. But now to the true inspiring hero of the story, Kate, my beautiful, gorgeous, darling best friend, closest confidant, and one and only love, both in this world and the next. I have always been familiar with the expression love of my life, but it's only really been through understood its greater meaning with you, my darling, who taught me its rich poetry, along with the importance of nutrition, holistic health, and a whole new world of organic and natural lifestyle choices, and which includes some very alternative therapies, which, as you know, I amusingly and respectfully refer to as voodoo bullshit. In closing, on a more serious note, it has been these lifestyle changes that have been instrumental in changing my life and helping me lose over 20 kilograms, which is not easy when you're paralysed as well. And now it presents you all with this phenomenal godlike specimen you witnessed today. I learned the hard way about the undeniable, inescapable equation of lifestyle cause and effect. Okay?
Wow, awesome.
I think we've probably kept you for long enough. Thank you so much. I hope you, yeah, and Eddie and I are going to sign books now, books.
And the attendance book.
Oh yeah, and also we've put a little book in the entrance if you'd like to sign just your name so we can remember this auspicious occasion.
His
Thank
name,
you so much.
signature and PIN number, okay?
Thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you.